that larger coils require more energy because there's going to be more magnetic flux and hence more of a possibility for more induced current. And therefore, when it comes to PMF devices, as we'll see, you're going to want larger coils will have a much greater effect than smaller coils for a given strength. A lot of PMF companies will deceive you with magnetic field strengths alone. And I'm going to give you an example that's going to really drive this point home. Here in this image, you can see the OMI pad, which is only a 1 centimeter radius coil. And you can see next to it the IMRS pillow, which is 11 centimeters. Now remember, magnetic flux is the magnetic field times the area for a uniform magnetic field. And because area is pi r squared, if you double the radius, you quadruple the magnetic flux. If you increase the radius by 4 times, you're going to increase the magnetic flux by 16 times, and so forth. So here we can see the IMRS pillow coil is 11 times the radius of the OMI. And 11 squared is 121. So for a given field strength, the IMRS is going to have 121 times more magnetic flux. So you can see how easy it is to be misled by intensity alone. And when you're looking for a PMF device, please make sure to ask what is the diameter or the radius of each coil so you can calculate the magnetic flux, because that's what matters. So here's a helpful analogy to understand magnetic flux. Imagine 2 fans, one of those little tiny miniature handheld battery fans, and a big large standing fan. Now both fans could have the same wind speed, but can you see that the small fan, you're only going to get a little tiny jet of air versus a big smooth stream from a large standing fan. Now this is a really good analogy because magnetic flux, as we've mentioned before, is very much like water flow and also wind flow. So when you use a larger coil, you're getting a much smoother and broader flow of magnetic field flux, just like you get a much smoother and larger flow of air from a larger standing fan. And there are many cheaper PMF devices on the market that use very small coils. They just don't give you enough magnetic flux to really do any true healing. You know, there's a reason why the really good German or European-based PMF devices cost more, because there's a lot more energy in those coils and the signals are a lot more sophisticated. Typically they have to plug into the wall. You know, when you use a battery-powered PMF device, it's probably not giving you enough juice to really do some true healing.